Okay, here we go. Game 6. This is the Clan Masters map pack, and it's thrown up Nomad, which... Oh, it's not Nomad, it's Coastal. It's got TCs, of course. I was just looking at the map generation. You know, that shape could be Nomad, but Coastal can kind of be Nomad with TCs sometimes. A little bit less water at the edges. And... yeah, you can tell I'm tired because I had a TC in the middle of the screen the whole time and I still said Nomad. Pike is Xing water at the edge, but he's going to dock like a private lake here. That's pretty OP for him and Mentalist to make use of if they want to. That's pretty... yeah, that will serve them well. They've even got another one in the north. But anyway, yeah, Pike is Vikings. And if he docks there and plans to grush, I assume he'll scout it with fishing ships, but that is not going to be the best. Hearing of all they'd laugh if he built like 3 docks in that lake. But anyway, Mentalist Mayans, red next to Pike. So we've got Mayans and Vikings on one side. Wonder Persian's pocket, pretty good. He'd be able to dock against the edge of the map and be quite protected. There's not a ton of fish here, but there's a decent amount. Then Zuppy is quite far forward and close to Bruh, the newcomer who we've just waited for an hour for to arrive. So, you know, these games are taking place an hour after the previous game if you're watching on YouTube, so it's been quite a while. Some players may be getting tired, the European players. It's starting to get to the point where the South Americans have a kind of time zone advantage. But anyway, Zuppy Mongol flank against Bruh Vikings flank. He's in a good spot to go and grush against the fish of Zuppy and Wonder when they dock in the south part in the end. And then in the pocket, it's Miguel in the green collar, Hunt's pocket. Nice, Vikings flank, Hunt's pocket. And then Mayan pocket for Goku with Nikov playing Mongol's flank. Arguably you maybe want those two the opposite way round. It can depend if the Mayans want to sling as well. Looking at the maps, I say on the whole, although this is a really nice private area for Pike and Mentalist to fish in if they want to, overall fishing is pretty damn good for the bot team. This left hand corner will be theirs unless Pike gets around there somewhere with his grush. He's putting his first dock here, of course, that's fine, but it's one less dock to use to produce galleys from in the feudal age, assuming he doesn't make the mistake of assuming that this is all connected, of course. We'll keep an eye on his scouting, but he's already figured it out. He's not an idiot. Not 2k plus for nothing. And he's actually scouting really damn well here. Gonna run right into the TC of Nikov now if he does not pay attention, but he's finding Nikov's dock. So I guess the question for Pike is, do you go and try and grush up here in the feudal age? I guess that's probably the best thing to do. Like, he could come all the way down here, but that'd be a bit pretty damn far. So I'm gonna be guessing he'll be grushing in the north against Nikov in Mongols, who wants to FC. Our docks are super far, but he may get a nasty surprise if Pike comes and does docks here. Of course, Pike, you know, with this kind of map, quite forward second and third goal, but he could just sort of sling as well if he wants to. He can wall this up. Even if he walled along there, that would work. Shenanigans there, but that villager does have loom. Let's see how this flank is working out, because the two players are really close. Bruh with some pretty early walling coming up. Could be indicative of him wanting to grush if he's going to wall himself in completely. Quite often on these maps, if you grush without walls, then you just die. As someone who just went FC and then comes in with knights or even feudal aggression. But Zuppy will also wall everything. Not choosing to just wall like this, but actually going out in front of his gold and creating a little bit of room for him to safely take those resources. Zuppy's map though would be extremely vulnerable to towers if Bruh was actually going to do that, but it's you know, being Vikings flanked down here, it's not that likely that he would do that. especially if he's thinking about
Yes.
water. Mentalist didn't use the private lake that him and Pike have access to. He's gone right in the east corner. There's no way he's going to lose his fish in this game until, well, unless Bruh is like killing it down here and pushing right up this eastern channel, all the way up the map like this. So Mentalists probably have a nice little fish boom in the corner. There's quite a lot of fish here. Wonder also producing a lot of fishing ships there. You'll almost certainly be playing Knights in there as Persian Pocket with a fish boom.
Yes.
So, Bruh is up to the feudal age with 27 population, 28 population actually. A couple of extra fishing ships, but otherwise it's Grush as usual for Vikings. And Wonder's also on the way up. Low village account for an FC, of course, but he's got so many fishing ships, it doesn't matter. He'll probably be able to get a nice FC time there. Random flares happening on the map, and also attack horns as Wallers get just annoyed by scouts. Something worth noting here that I didn't focus too much on, besides just calling out the civs, is that the Bots United team did go for Huns instead of Persians, and I find myself sort of repeating this every stream, but on the Clan Masters map pack, because there's always somebody who seems to go Persians and somebody seems to go Huns. I like the Persians so much more, just in case of those nomad starts. Nikov did say he wanted to FC, so he's doing some pretty big walls to kind of help with that. Yeah, pretty big team wall for Nabs actually. They're trying to complete it. This is an odd looking one. Pike and Mentalist aren't quite coordinating yet. They need to all like here and then here, but Mentalist has gone here. So maybe Pike will just go there though. But that will be a lot of wasted resources. He's actually going to do huge stone walls across the front, so is he just slinging? Looks like it. He's got a dock up here. Using his other private lake. Nice. Yeah, I think he's going to look at these two lakes and just think I could do an amazing sling. He's getting double bit axe. Walling the whole map. So down here, Bruh is already killing all of Zuppy's fish. He's actually got 0 fish right now. And he's somehow got Villager all the way down. Oh, here, okay, it wasn't behind Zuppy's walls, but he's going to be able to push right up here because Wonder's really going to be... Well, he'll be expecting it now that Zuppy's told him he's lost all of his fish, but actually Bruh could be in position to take away all of the fish from bots pretty damn quickly. I said Mentalist wouldn't come under attack here, but it's not going to take Bruh too long to make his way up there, actually. And if Pike doesn't contest the north by docking here and then contest the west side of the map with the fishing, bots could have a hell of a lot more fishing ships and safe fishing. Nikov's saying, do you want to do fires or me to Goku? But they don't really need fire ships here, do they? Nikov says he will send galley here soon, but I don't know where he thinks those galleys are coming from, because like who of the bots of the Nadya's boys team is grushing? I think Nikov still feels like Nadya's boys actually have a grusher, but they don't. Like, I reckon maybe he thinks this is connected. He sees this dock, he doesn't see the landlocked area here, so I'm pretty sure Nikov thinks Pike is going to grush from there, and therefore that he's going to have to do fire ships to come round and defend here. And there we go. Thanks to Viper for hosting the stream with 164 viewers. Awesome. We did lose all of our viewers to you earlier, so it's only good that you returned the favour. Welcome to Viper's viewers then. Just to recap, this is game point for Nadya's boys in a best of 7. It's been going on a hell of a long time now. It's been about 6 hours since the start of the stream and the start of the games. We've just had a long break. between Game 5 and Game 6. Got a situation here on the map pack where it's thrown up coastal. Vikings player from Nadya's boys is just slinging, that's Pike, whereas Bro is grushing, so a bit of a difference there. And Bro is doing a great job of pushing up the eastern side of the map. He's taken out all of Wanda's fishing. He's now hitting Mentalist fishing, so as I mentioned a little while ago, I didn't think Mentalist was going to come under attack here, but it is happening. But Wanda is starting to get some fire ships to deal with those galleys that are just idling all those fishing ships and making them run backwards and forwards. Zuppy, though, has certainly lost access to all of the water. Nikov wants to go aggressive against Pike. He wants to kill the sling straight away. Forward siege workshop on this hill. He's going to opt for a battering ram instead of a mangonel straight away, but that will allow him to get through the walls faster. Nikov is now finding out that there's land there he docked a pond. So that fishing is now concluding that that fire ship wasn't the best investment, but it's only a small fire ship, I guess. Although, still resources that could be used here. But yeah, battering ram's good to get through the walls of a feudal slinger who obviously can't just do mangonels behind. But Pike is gonna be able to get up a second layer of wall here, and Nikov will be delayed on getting in. Meanwhile, though, in the south, Miguel has busted through the palisade walls of Zuppy. That team wall not standing strong given that it's only palisades, and although Zuppy's quick walling the wood line, looks like he's coming under a little bit of pressure here. Not too many villagers being idled at the moment, just that one on the farm really. But never great if you've planned on team walling to find that you've suddenly got a hell of a lot of enemy knights roaming around inside your team wall. Just kind of look at the sling situation. Bro has already transitioned to slinging Miguel, but obviously with Pike just going straight sling and having the benefit of like 2 private lakes in the north, his sling is stronger for the moment. Mentalist on his way to the Imperial Age. All of the sling from Pike has been going to Mentalist. Not the first time we've seen that today. Miguel cleaning up all of Wanda's stable units, and he can attack the crossbows, but unfortunately for him the crossbows can continually retreat to the town centre. Just fletching on the crossbows though, so +1 armour and bloodlines is pretty tanky for Miguel there. Nikov, no luck in getting through these walls. Actually, Pike has even added an extra layer behind the part where the rams are attacking. So Pike's done a pretty good job of defending himself thus far. They did connect up this team wall properly in the end. And with the early Imperial Age power of the Mayans that Mentalist's going to have, he should be able to push this all the way back and then just go and push against Nikov. I mean, Goku's here too, but Goku's not being slung. It's going to be a long time until he's on an even footing with Mentalist. So Mentalist will want to make hay whilst the sun shines. As Miguel looks to raid Wanda a bit, but nice compact base, TCs everywhere. This is the only vulnerability, but Miguel isn't actually finding that at the moment. I did mention this left corner. Zuppy somehow has a couple of fire ships over here, or one at least, doing some damage. But overall, this west corner will really pay off for bots. There's so much free fish booming to be done here. Not entirely sure why they're keeping so many fire ships up here. Just one patrolling the shore will be enough to guard against redocking, I guess. Nikov's in, but Pike is guarded by another layer of stone wall. He could lose the market though.
Yes.
But that's not a terrible loss to rebuild. The issue is if he comes through here, I guess, but where realistically is Nikov going to go? He'll run into the castle, or he'll run into Wanda, who does have... No, he doesn't have knights, does he? Maybe he does, but they're all down here. He's mostly doing camel just to defend against Miguel. Miguel not really got... Oh no, I missed him. Does have about 20 knights. And he's going to go to Wanda once again. The arm is kind of out of position for bots. Sorry for Nadya's boys. They'll be back soon enough to defend them with all those camels and crossbows. Miguel's not going to achieve too much here with these knights. picking up 2 or 3 bills so far, but I doubt he's going to get very much more. So, as predicted in the north, Mentalist is now driving Nikov all the way back out of Pike's base. Pike will get his main gold back, the rams will be cleaned up, and Mentalist will go on the offensive. Plumed Archer, Bracer, and +1 armor versus just fletching, and now +1 armor for Goku. So those plumes will be so much better for Mentalist, and he's going to get +2 armor now. I assume we'll see chemistry, ring archer armor, and elite in due time. All of those nice upgrades for the archers will put Mentalist at a sizable advantage over Goku. Seen Mentalist play a pretty good couple of games with Slung Mayans in the series against Tyrant, like the Nomad game and the Land Nomad game. Certainly seems to be a strength of his, unlike some of the full feudal plays that happened in that same series that were kind of costly for Nabs in the end. Just idling a little bit of Nikov's eco right now. Goku's advising him to upgrade the walls because he feels like Mentalist will be through at any moment, and Goku himself is walling up with pretty much a double layer there. Miguel still with a lot of knights loose in Wonder's base, but Vil counts are not really being affected too much. He's still 10 villages ahead of Miguel on count of being Persians helping out there as well. But Miguel with a pretty nice Imperial Age time there, and Wonder doesn't have many camels to deal with this. There'll be a lot of knights still left there when the dust settles, but all quite low HP, I guess. And they shouldn't get too many more Vils, but it is idling a substantial portion of Wonder's economy. And he's pretty low on resources considering Miguel's going up, but that is the reason why. Bruh is slinging Miguel, of course. I'd forgotten who Bro was actually sending the sling to. It's all gone to Miguel, but look at the difference in the sling. Only half as many resources sent by Bruh, despite them both being feudal age slingers, just because of Pike's decision to go for sling straight away. But if anything, Pike's sling is actually getting better and better as time goes on relative to Bruh's own sling. So Mentalist now with a second and third castle right on the front line. He's really poised to push into Nikov, who, as Mongols and just someone who's just been kind of booming it up in the castle age, doesn't really have an immediate answer to Imperial Age Mayans pushing on him right now. Goku has gone to the Imperial Age though, starting to get the upgrades in. Bracer's kicking in, he's getting conscription, but he is behind Mentalist there obviously on the upgrades front, who's got everything except chemistry, which is kicking in as well. Nikov's going in, but Mentalist now has a lot of castles and siege workshops, everything he needs to get going. What a great treb shot on that, just as it packs up. A little bit unlucky for Mentalist there. Let's check out Miguel. Where is his military? He's got 32, but I don't see it inside the bases. Yeah, he's coming up to help against Mentalist, so they're going to like triple Mentalist briefly. Yes, they're not too scared of Zuppy, I wonder, for the moment, but Zuppy is, I was going to say he's preparing a push against Bruh, but he's not, is he? He's sending the crossbows forward, taking the hill, but then just stonewalling up. I mean, that controls this area as well, but it's not like he's got siege and he's ready to go and push in against the slinger. And Bruh is really making the most of this southern corner, this kind of inlet in the coastline as well. So let's go here as the armies engage. And I think Miguel's decision to come over here has been excellent, because those Cavaliers are not something Mentalist is really able to deal with. He doesn't have a huge, massive plumed archers yet. So the Cavaliers at +4 are really strong, and it's been easy to just take out the trebuchets. Nikov has lost a couple of buildings on the front, but it's no big deal. They've really slowed down the push of Mentalist now. And with Nikov getting out, I thought that was going to be trebuchets and mill, but Goku's got trebs, and with Miguel's Cavaliers and plumes, they could probably start trebbing down a lot of Mentalist castles. But Mentalist does have a ton of said castles with which to potentially win a treb war back. So it kind of depends if
Yes.
Miguel maybe can snipe some trebs with his Cavaliers running in and out. Zuppy is still not ready to push there. Wonder on the way to the Imperial Age. But only 9 military for now, just still getting upgrades like Bloodline, so he's not really relevant in the fight at the moment. But he is actually not that impressively boomed, 90 villagers with Persians. I guess the raiding from Miguel did slow him down a little bit more than I was expecting. Where's Miguel going here? Not too sure. He's gonna want to bail out of there. In fact, he could get trapped there. If that Vil was there from Zuppy, he could just trap all that. Mentalist plume mass is really starting to mount up though. 67 military on the whole, some of that siege of course, but Goku just 17 plumes, and once you start to get like 50, 60, 70 plumes, Cavaliers do start to melt, but Paladin upgrade making it for Miguel quite timely. That extra 1 PS armor that the Paladins do have does make a big difference to how much plumed archer fire they can withstand, but even so, that is a hell of a lot of plumes. And with the ability to just keep retreating to castles, hit and run, the Paladins have got a tough job there. So Miguel's adding siege ram, and that's a good choice. But nonetheless, Mentalist is losing a castle now, and Goku will be able to pack up his trebs and try and take down a second one. Onager's being added in. It's pretty much everybody versus Mentalist at the moment. So, you know, the question you have to ask is like, what are Zuppy and Wonder busy with doing? And Zuppy's just like preparing a push, but not really. It seems like he's more focused on booming his Mongols and dealing with a few pesky rams on the front. Wonder though is reinforcing Mentalist, and it's high time that he actually did that. That's for sure. Because Mentalist is really losing ground against combined armies of 3 players. Nikov seems to have just forgone making any conventional soldiers, so to speak. I'm going to say conventional military. Just gone full Onager, which I think was a great choice, with Miguel helping out over here with and augmenting Goku's Paladins. It meant that Mentalist couldn't really do too much. And as I said, losing a lot of ground. And they're going to go with a lot of camels to start off with. Wonder's heavy camel is about to kick in, but there are a good amount of plumes that will shred the camels pretty quickly. But it looks like Wonder isn't solely going to go camel, he's researching Cavalier as well. I think if he wants to keep making camels, he certainly has to have a mixture of Cavaliers Cavaliers and camels and eventually Paladins. Meanwhile though, Miguel is pushing against Zuppy. He's not in yet, but those siege rams are going to be pretty difficult for one mangonel behind a wall to stop them from making a gap. And Miguel almost trying to sneak through a gate there. Imagine if that villager opened the gate. I think Miguel should get in. 6 siege rams just hit the gate quickly, but they need a reward basically. We can focus on the north. Or some big Onager shots potentially, but Mentalist was on point retreating there. Will there be a gap? There's some re-walling. This is a problem for Miguel. He doesn't have anything ranged to drive the villagers away. I'm just looking at this though and thinking like one Onager shot from Nikov if he brought Onagers over here. Can you imagine that? But anyway, return to the north. Lots of pushing here, that's for sure. Wonder just doesn't have enough cavalry units to threaten these Onagers right now. And the ones that he does have, of course, are camels, which are vulnerable to the plumed archers. Miguel is doing a good job right now of splitting his paladins to 2 sides. Also see Caravan being researched from him, so I'll have a look at the trades shortly, but let's watch this big fight play out, because this could be really important. There's a big massive plumed archers there. If Nikov spots it and micros his Onagers, he's got to get this. Mentalist is going to lose a lot of plumes there. But the camels for Wonder are at least forcing Miguel back. Big Onager shots raining down on the camels, taking down so much HP. The plumes will clean them up quickly, and that is going pretty damn well for the bots team. The Onager shots at first against the Plumed Archers, but then against the Camels, which you don't see every day. Stable units getting really hurt by Onagers, but I think Nikov attacked ground. There's Siege Onager kicking in. This is huge. Paladins, Plumed Archers, Siege Onagers and Trebuchets. Nadya's boys have nothing to stand up to that in this part of the map, and it seems Miguel is full here now. Just going to look down to the south. We don't see him pushing against Zuppy anymore, and Zuppy's taking his sweet time to get into Bruh. So the sling continues at pace, whilst bots are winning handily in the north. Pike has still sent 2.5 times as much resources as Bruh, but it's not making the difference as bots continue to push forward. Just looking at military population, Goku 94. They've got like 170 military compared to like 100. It's a big advantage for the bots team right now. And you know, Zuppy is pushing full against the Slinger, but we've said his Slinger isn't even that strong, and the moment he breaks through that wall, he's only got Arbalests and Rams. Miguel's going to wreck him with these Paladins. All the cards are in Bot's hands right now. Mentalist going down to his last castle after this one goes down, and he has 35 plumes to Goku's 90.
Start the game already!
Oh, big Onager shot again! Goku is laughing. Mentalist is down to 20 plumes now. And GG. I was just taking a drink of water while I was silent there, but it was all too evident which way this game was going to go. Pike's Sling was awesome, but that was kind of all that was keeping them in it. And with Mentalist losing his production facilities and the Sling about to be destroyed, game over. Quick game and well executed by the bots team. Not too sure what some of the Nadya's boys playing were doing. I don't think they will be too pleased with the way that game went. Like Zuppy, 42 minutes and he's only just breaking into the Slinger guy when he didn't get pushed that much. Wonder not really getting into Paladins quick enough. Good game by bots though. And they've gone into the final game, so I'm just going to GB. And hyped game. Let's get hyped, guys, because we've got the 3-3. We've got the game 7. I've got a little bit of energy back now because we've reached this situation. And once again, we've seen it in so many best of 7s in this knockout stage of Clan Masters thus far. We are going to have a final game decider, and this is the losers bracket, guys. So whichever team loses is going home, I think, in the top 8, so they still get a reasonable chunk of prize money, but the winner will go on to face SY next week, I think, and they will continue on in the losers bracket, trying to fight their way back up to the grand final.